Alright, we're back at the man cave with the Project Seahorse, as Dave loves it to be called. Don't you, Dave?
No.
No, you don't like that, mate. I think it's excellent. So what he's done is, since the last time we did the teardown on his built B-Series Barra engine, so we could just replace the head studs, and he did the billet backing plate for the oil pump as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you do anything else since we last saw you?
So I set up the cam timing, got the chain good, and then pretty much wrapped it up. Waiting for this, I was searching for one of these for a couple of weeks.
Because the reason we need that is because of the...
well, where the electric power steering is, it takes up a lot of room at the front here.
Yep. And we need, obviously, the reverse sump off the FG.
Yes.
To fit down in that spot down there. Because obviously B-Series, if you did or didn't know, sits at the front, which is obviously not going to work too well with what we're trying to do. Hence why he's got this one. So I picked this up, clearly secondhand. NA really doesn't matter because all we need is the cover for the top and the sump down the bottom. Now the issue we are going to be having, oh, I did have all. The issue we're going to be having, as we've figured out, is the dipstick. A bit of a silly problem to be having, but a problem nonetheless. Now the problem is the B-Series block over there does not have the provision in the block where it would need to be, like the FG one does. So we're going to have to rig something up to get it to fit the FG style one. So yeah, we're going to have to figure that out. Not sure exactly what to do there, but we did spy, or Dave spied, by we I mean Dave, spied that there is already the car spot in the sump for the oil drain for the turbo. So at least that's one thing, drill that out, weld on the fitting, and at least that's one less thing to try and figure out, which will be good. But yeah, we'll get into tearing this puppy down and swap it over to the B-Series block.
White snow, red sky, reach up for so high. Blue eyes, fake cry, beware of the fox tonight.
So we've managed to find a rock in the oil. Now either that got there when we just tipped the engine, / motor, depending on where you're from, or mystery item within the motor.
Motor's telling a tale.
And this is a belly up barra. If it was hard to tell from this angle, it's all exposed.
See how he's hit something here?
No, mate, that's just the start. He just started cleaning it for you, and then he started to stop because he went through about 10 rags on that one section. Actually, it should show them, and we'll show you possibly on the car a bit later, the new tough mounts arrived. Now these are obviously for the Barra motor into an S550 Mustang, made by, as I've already said, tough mounts. They had to do a new batch, didn't they? Because they were apparently sold out. I'm not sure what the batch size was.
They just weren't making them for a period of time.
Well, I'm not surprised, because what are you about and the internet might correct us here, the fourth to do a Barra powered S550. Not Mustang, just S550 Mustang.
I believe, yeah, fourth.
And you can relax, as we said in the last one, we didn't ditch the Coyote, it was bought as a rolling shell, as we'll state again. So there was no 5 litre to be seen. Or the auto, correct?
No, nothing, rolling shell.
Yeah.
Obviously
rear end, but yeah. Actually, I'll also show you. He had a mate of his come around earlier and just help try and line up some of these panels. Now, as we've said previously, it is not going to be a street car, so I'm not trying to get it absolutely perfect here. But he just touched up a bit of that where that was pushed in on the bonnet to help line it up a bit with the headlight. Modified the guard a bit, just push that out to try and get the gap a bit better. We've still got to play around with that a bit, and might even be replacing the guard just because it has been cracked from a certain peanut not being able to fit it properly, and it's bent all the tabs and actually cracked it up on the top that you might be able to see. We were going to attempt this afternoon, but unfortunately it's bent back inside apparently it had popped back in for transport, but that's definitely not the case, because as we come around, I'll just show you. It is all bent down in there, so that all needs to be pushed out so I can get this guard lined up. And eventually we're thinking, for ease of making it look fresher, going to be wrapping it. Now the colour is yet to be decided, as is the name, so let us know in the comments what you think the project should be called. I'm going with Project Seahorse or Seabiscuit. Dave, what are you going? What are you leaning towards? I don't even know. What's your preference?
I actually have no idea. I'm leaving it a blank canvas. Just somehow make it involve the Mustang and Barra in any way. Could be creative. I don't know.
There you go. Let us know in the comments. Winner wins a handful of Smarties in a Game Boy Color. The last time we were here too, this turbo feed fitting, good timing, the turbo feed fitting that we're putting on the new turbo, we shaved it down just to try and see if it would fit or not. Unfortunately, it bottomed out on the housing of the turbo. It was the housing, yeah? The front housing? Or the actual core?
On the V-band. Right.
That's right.
Was, yeah.
Yeah, it was on the V-band of it. Dave's actually managed to find Sonic, was the company, was it?
Yeah, Sonic. Yep.
Yeah. Sonic have done a different fitting, which I'll show you. So that little guy there, obviously now clears far, far better, and apparently will be compatible. So that is far, far better, because before it was bottoming it out on the clamp, I do remember now, which we could potentially solve with orientation, but obviously that will be dictated by piping and everything else. So it's far safer to go this route and just be a bit cleaner. There we go, it's off. What's the verdict? No stones?
Well, there's a little bit of something down there.
That looks like a seal or something. What is that? A worm.
Down there.
Doubtful. Oil changed every 4,000.
Brand new.
Yeah. So what were you saying about the windage tray before?
I need to put this on the BA block and the windage tray, because I'm pretty certain that right here there's a recession for the dipstick, which is in the rear of the motor, which the FG have, whereas the BABF will just come across just like that one, and it would block that.
Yeah, true. I'm sure we'll have to figure that out momentarily. So we just spied on the sump of the FG, this is not it, this is the B series sump, that it also has no baffle plate in it either. Now, we're wondering, and we don't have the answer, does the turbo one, because this is an A motor that we're getting it off, does it come with one? Or is it just FG did not run one? If you know, let us know, because this is the FG one here, and it doesn't even seem to have the spots in this one to run the same sort of connection style for that plate, so don't know, maybe the turbo one. The last time we saw the built engine, we were doing the head studs, which are now all done and torqued complete to factory spec, isn't that right, mate?
To ARP spec, yeah.
ARP spec, better than factory. So yeah, as we said, we did that from the middle out, all done now. We are keeping stock cams for this one, because you really don't need them. Apart from sound, there's no reason for this power level to go that way. Although we're going to be, you know, it's obviously going to be higher up in the RPMs for the usage it is going to have. Yeah, there's still no real reason to go that way. And Rob at Monster Talk seems adamant that we just don't need them.
Yeah, he's happy with standard cams. I've always gone with what he reckons. I reckon they'll be good.
Yeah. Plus, it keeps it, you know, low and mid-range power anyway, so it'll make it definitely a king of killing tyres.
It will.
Which is the aim. So what else have you done since the last time we saw this one?
Fitted the cams, done up the timing and the gears, and also the oil pump backing plate. I did that as well.
Yep.
Which turned out to be a mission, but got that done and then just reassembled, and it's been sitting like this for probably a few weeks now.
Yeah, yep. Because that was the atomic backing plate that you did, yeah?
It was a Monster Talk branded backing plate, steel backing plate.
Ah, that's right, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Obviously you're not going to be able to see that because it's in there. You can see the upgraded girdle in there, that's nice. Thick boy. And I can see you've done the overflow tank delete thermostat housing.
Yeah, so I thought that would be easier for the conversion, and then I welded on some -20 JRC lines or fittings.
Yep.
So I'll run them to a radiator using custom lines and make my life a little bit easier and look really nice.
Yeah, saves a bit of room in the base. So.
Yeah.